So finding yourself seated on your mat, remember if you have a block or a blanket or a towel, you can place that under your hips just to elevate yourself a little bit higher, just to relax off of your knees. But rest your hands on your knees, lean back, imagine that you're straightening your spine, relaxing your shoulders, letting your sits bones sink down into the mat. Relax your hands down on your knees, and we're going to take 2 cleansing breaths. So in through your nose, out through your mouth. Gather your first breath in, breathing in deep through your nose. Open up your mouth. Let that breath out. One more, just like that. Inhale in through your nose. Open up your mouth. Let that breath go. Lick your lips, close your mouth, close your eyes if you'd like to. And let's start to just breathe in and out through our nose, going through our Ujjayi breath, feeling that air go deep down into your lungs. Inhale in through your nose. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. As you go through these breaths and continue to breathe, I just want you to really concentrate on the length of your inhale and the length of your exhale. On your next inhale, let's go for a count of 4. So inhale in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue that breath, making sure that you're taking your time to really fill in those lungs and that you're slowing down and really articulating that exhale to squeeze out all of that air. Inhale one more, just like that. And then exhale. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and let's just connect with baby for the next just 2 or 3 breaths. I want you to really imagine them in there. Connect your breath with all of that life-giving force. You're breathing in that oxygen and it's firing into your lungs, into your bloodstream. And it's just coming down and swirling all around baby. So just imagine that nourishment, that protection. Take one more breath in. And then exhale. Flutter your eyes open, placing your hands on your knees. Drop your right ear over to your right shoulder. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, drop your chin into your chest. Just slightly swaying it back and forth right here, opening up the back of your neck. On your next inhale, roll over to your left side. And then one more time to each side. So exhale down through the middle. Inhale over. Exhale down to the middle. Inhale on over. Drop your chin into your chest. Lift your chin up to neutral. Release your arms down by your side. Inhale your arms around and up, really pushing out through your fingers, opening them wide. And then exhale, pull it right back down, pushing out far, really starting to open up your chest and your shoulders. Inhale, flip your palms out, draw your arms up to the sky. If it feels good to your neck, you can look up at your hands. And then exhale, circle them wide and down. Relaxing your left hand down on the mat. Circle your right arm over your head. Lean into that left arm and do a good little side stretch here, leaving your sits bones evenly still rooted on the mat. You're reaching up. Remember, we always try to think about giving space to baby. Pushing into your bottom hand, bring both arms up. Release your right arm down to the mat. Circle your left arm over your head, coming into that little side bend, breathing deep, really filling up your rib cage. And then inhale, both arms up. And now exhale, twist to your left. So bringing your right arm across your body, your left arm's behind you. Inhale here with a straight spine. And then exhale, twist a little bit more. Inhale, unwind back to neutral, lifting both arms up to the sky. And then exhale, twist to your right. Inhale here with a straight spine. And then exhale, if it feels good to your neck, you can rotate just to look behind you. Inhale, both arms back up to the sky as you unwind. Circle your arms down around behind your back, making a fist with your hands. Pull that fist down. Maybe it touches the mat. If it touches the mat, let them rest there and lift your chin up to the sky. Feel that stretch in your throat. And then drop your chins into your chest. Slowly sway out your hands to either side as you walk forward. Just imagine you're opening up those little muscles along the back, the base of your tailbone. And then bringing your hands back behind you, your fingertips are facing forward. You're just going to lift your hips up to the sky just to release your hip flexors, stretch your chest a little bit. Release down to the mat and switch out the foot that you have in front. So we're just going to work that opposite hip. Inhale, circle your arms up to the sky. One more time, come off to your left. One little lean here. You know this, we've been here. Inhale, up. Exhale, side bend to the other side. Inhale, up. And now this time we're going to cactus our arms. So exhale, pull your chest and your throat forward. Squeeze your elbows back. You're contracting the muscles of your upper back. Your hands are open wide. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale them down to the mat. Walk your hands out, just swaying out that other hip now. And then walk your hands back on up. Place your hands again behind your hips. Fingertips are facing forward. And one more time, push down into your knees and your shins. Lift your hips up. Just getting that stretch on your front body. Bring your hips down to the mat. And now we're going to come into an all fours position and continue our warm-up. So I am on carpet today, so I don't need a blanket. But if you are on a hard surface, you can take your towel or your blanket and place it across your mat and put your knees on top of that. Again, if you have carpal tunnel or any of those issues going on, roll up your mat. Place your palms of your hands on that rolled up part and let your fingertips hang down. So checking out your alignment, your fingers are spread wide like starfish. Your hips are above your knees. Your shoulders are stacked above your wrists. We're going to go into some rounds of cat and cow. So on an inhale, drop your belly, lift your throat. On an exhale, tuck your hips, tuck baby into your belly, push your mat away, look back between your knees, really accentuating that curve on the back of your spine. Inhale and open. Exhale and tuck. Keep going with your breath. Imagining all of that vertebrae opening up as we're rocking some more space into your back. Baby is hanging free in a hammock right now. The hammock of your belly, but they're off all of your joints, all of your organs. And this is a great one just for calming your body down. Now coming to a neutral spine, so you're not poking up or sagging down. I want you to, once again, think about your alignment. And we're going to stretch our legs and do a little bit of back straight. So extending your right leg behind you. Flexing your toes. I'm cutting it short on space right here. Keeping your hips parallel down to the mat. Squeeze your buttocks and then release. Opposite leg. Extend your left leg out, paralleling your hips down to the mat. We tend to do this. So rotate it down. You can think about it by rotating your big toe down towards the middle. Squeeze your buttocks. You're engaging your lower back and your glutes right now. And then release. Switch to the other side again, extending that right leg. But now extend your left arm forward. So now we're bringing in our mid and our upper back. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, release. Switch and extend. Take a couple of breaths here, strengthening your whole back. And then exhale and release. Now we're going to do an extra level of a little crunch here. You can stay at the past level. You can just extend your arms and stay there in that spinal extension. Or you can challenge yourself and see if you want to try some crunches today. So these are good because they work with those transverse abs. So extend your right foot, your left arm. Exhale, elbow to knee. Maybe they just wave at each other. You've got a belly in there. Or maybe they can touch. We're going to do 3. Inhale and extend. Exhale and crunch. Inhale and extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale and extend. Release. Opposite side. Inhale and extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale and extend. Exhale, crunch. Last one. Extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale and extend. Release. Take your knees wide as the mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Sink your hips back towards your heels. Walk your arms forward, bringing your chest as low to the mat as possible. If that is not possible, take your knees wider, or you can take a block. You can rest your head on the block. You can take it even taller if you have some pillows. If you don't have any of that, just stack your fists. But I want you to take the pressure out of your neck for a little bit. So, just relaxing here. This is a great pose for opening up your hips, releasing your low back. Take one more breath in, and then exhale. Now we're going to come on into a squat position. So remember, we like to talk about birthing positions a lot. This is a birthing position, so it's good for opening up your hips. Now we're going to come into a squat. This is that same position. It's just in a different way. So we do this on our back, we do this sitting, and we do this laying down. Just to really open up your hips and your pelvis to help you prepare for childbirth. So coming into your squat Malasana garland pose, it's got several names. We're going to do a little exercise that kind of helps to open up your SI joint in case you're having any pain back there. So coming first, just try to find your balance here. Taking a deep breath in, you can push your elbows into your inner thighs. And then you're going to take your left hand, extend your left hand down on the mat, pushing your elbow against your knee. And then inhale and extend your right arm up to the sky. This is kind of called surfer's pose. Because that's what every pregnant woman wants to imagine doing in a yoga class. I love this pose. So take that breath in. Feel that you're opening up your hips right here. And then exhale, come back to middle and switch to the other side. So extend that right arm. Lift your left, just kind of looking back, feeling that opening. And then exhale, come back towards middle. And now we're going to come on up to standing. And you have 2 options. Option 1 is dropping your heels down, engaging your legs, and squeezing up. If you are not comfortable with your balance this morning, don't try that. Come up the slower way, where you're just gonna put your hands down on the mat, turn your toes towards the front, rest your hands on your knees. We're coming up a little bit slower this way. And then slowly you will rise to standing. So pick your choice and join me up here in standing. And coming to about a hip's distance apart on your mat. You want to have it wide enough so that your belly's going to fit if you sink through. So widen those legs as much as you need to. We're going to do some squats just to get our heart rate up because we're going to go into a little flow. So thinking about your posture, your knees are soft, your hips are rotated under. Don't sway your back. Really try to stack your vertebrae on. Releasing your arms down by your side. Your palms are open. Inhale your arms straight up to the sky. Palms are facing each other. And then exhale, sit back into your chair. Inhale, up. Exhale, squat. We're going to do 8 of these, so this is 3. If your shoulders are too tight to have your arms extended, feel free to bring your hands down to your heart center. And now we have 4, 3, 2, 1. Relaxing your arms down by your side. We're now going to add our arms in more of a movement here. So arms up, exhale, arms back. Squeeze your triceps. So I'll show you what this looks like from this side. You are really squeezing your back. Inhale, up, exhale, back. Inhale, up, exhale, back. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now staying right here in this little airplane arms chair pose, can you come up onto your toes? It's called drinking bird. So you're just working on that calf muscles, working on your balance. Hold this for 1 more breath in. Exhale, sit your hips down low, circle your arms up, and exhale your arms around and down. So now we're going to start with our sun salutation build-up. I want you to, if you have a block, use it. You do not have to go down all of the way, but we'll start up here at this front of the mat, I guess. So you're going to stand hips distance apart in front of that block. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling that breath out. Inhale your arms around and up. Exhale, hinge at your hips and come down to that block. Inhale, halfway lift. So straighten your arms, straighten your legs. Exhale, forward fold. Bend in your knees. Slowly inhale and release as you roll on up to standing. Hands come in prayer down to your heart center. Let's do it again. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bending your knees, releasing your hands, using your legs to squeeze up to standing. Hands come down to heart center. Now we're going to do a little side lateral bends. I'll do it this way facing you guys. So inhale your arms up. Exhale, release your right arm down by your side. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale, side bend. Now push into this hand on your thigh. Don't engage your obliques. Push yourself back up. Exhale, opposite arm down. Slide that leg down, your hand down your leg as you bend. And then sliding that hand up, use it to help you push yourself back up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale your hands down and around behind your back, making that fist one more time. Big chest opener. Soft bend in your knees. Inhale, let your shoulders rotate back. And now exhale, you're coming down halfway, straight legs. Knees are not locked out. And your hands travel up off of your back. If that feels good, you can continue to let your head fall down. And then release your arms down around in front of you. Interlacing your hands on opposite elbow, little ragdoll here. I do not want you to hold your head up, so really just let your head hang. Look back at those beautiful knees that you have. This last little attempt to open up the back before we get into strengthening our legs. And then coming back to neutral. If you're at the top of your mat, your block will be underneath your face. And we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then reverse swan dive. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Exhale your hands to your heart. And let's begin. So, inhale your arms around and up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, release your arms. Inhale, swan dive back up to the sky. Hands meet in prayer. Exhale down to your heart center. Take your hands to your hips. Pick up your right leg. Step it far back onto your mat. Your back heel is up. We're in a crescent lunge. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. And exhale, dip your knee halfway down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Now add your arms. Inhale, up. Exhale, add a cactus arm. Inhale, up. Exhale, cactus. On this next one, we're going to go all the way down to the mat. Exhale, all the way down. Untuck your back toes. Circle your arms around and up to the sky. I like to walk my foot forward just a little bit. And then exhale, hinge at your hips, coming into a little crescent moon pose. Feeling the stretch across the front of your thigh, front of your right quad. And then inhale, push your hips back, bring your arms down, flexing your toes up. Feel the stretch in your hamstring behind your leg. Inhale, come forward, walk this foot off of the mat. Bring your right knee back a couple more inches. You're trying to make this as straight as possible. I like to rotate my foot out to my pinky edge side, and we're going into just a little lizard stretch. So again, you can stay up here with your arms extended. You can put your elbow on a block. You can put your elbow down on the mat. But again, this is a great one just to hang out in and to feel just the opening across your hips, across your pelvis. Take one more breath here. And then walk your hands back to the middle. Slide that left leg back. And we're going to do some chaturanga push-ups. So taking your knees as far back as you can. This is cheating. This is doing nothing, so don't just stay here. Try to challenge yourself a little bit. Take those knees back. Place your hands again. Fingers are spread wide like starfish. And you're going to take your elbows back by your hips for little push-ups. So down for 3, 2, 1. And then push yourself back for one little child's pose. Coming back up, we're now going to go to the opposite side. So take your right leg and bring your right leg forward. So we're going to do this the opposite way. So you're going to start with your foot off of the mat. So we're starting in that lizard pose. Roll on out to the pinky edge side of your right foot. Slide that left knee back. Feel this stretch right here in this lizard pose. You can stay up here. You can come down lower, but just feel that opening. And then walk your hands back up. Heel toe that foot back onto the mat. Slide your hips back as you flex your foot, coming into this half splits pose. Really trying to push your glutes into the wall behind you, feeling the stretch on the bottom of your leg and your hamstrings and your gastrocnemius muscles. And then leaning back into that right leg, lifting your arms up to the sky. Exhale, push your hips forward, bring your biceps by your ears. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Now, taking your hands on top of that front knee, tucking your back toes under. You might want to walk this foot in just a little bit. You're going to push yourself back up, and now we're in that crescent lunge on the other side. So just dip your knee down 2 times. Up, down, up, and then add the arms. Open that chest. Don't make this a passive exercise. Really squeeze those arms back. And then bringing your hands down by your side. Turn your hips to face the wide part of your mat. Inhale your arms out to 5-pointed star. So your heels are in, your toes are out, your arms are up to the sky. And we're going to do sunflowers. So you're going to scoop down, pick up sunflowers, and inhale up. 1 more. Scoop. Up. Now you're going to do a sunflower, and then you're going to hold it in a goddess squat. So scoop your sunflowers. Come on up. And then sit down into a goddess squat. Inhale up. Scoop your sunflowers. Up. Goddess squat. 1 more. Up. Scoop those sunflowers. Up. Goddess squat. All right. Bring your hands down by your side. Heel toe your feet together. Let's come back up to the front of our mat. All right, so again, your feet are hip distance apart, tailbones tucked under, hands are released. Inhale your arms around and up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, come down to that block. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Release your knees, release your hands. Inhale, circle all the way back up. Exhale your hands down to your heart center, all the way down to your hips. Pick up your right leg, step your right leg all the way back on your mat. We're going to go into warrior 2. Okay, I'm going to be facing away from you. So drop that back heel down. Extend your arms out to either side and sink down. Your goal is to just stay with it and to keep breathing. But try to get this thigh as parallel down to the mat. Make sure your thigh and your toes are going in the same direction, and make sure you can see your toes. Don't be bending too far back. You want your toes to be further to protect your ankles. So sinking down into this warrior 2. Really extend those arms out while still sucking your armpits, your bones back into your armpits. Inhale, exhale and sink. Inhale, lean forward, flip that palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Exhale, side angle. So elbow comes down. Sweep that right arm down and then peel it up to the sky. Then look down at your mat. Push yourself back up into warrior 2. Straighten out that front leg. Shorten your stance just a little bit. Come into reverse warrior. So both legs are straight. Reverse triangle. Arms back. And then triangle pose. So bump your hips. Lean forward, and when you can't lean anymore, drop your arms coming into a triangle pose. So we're going to stay here for a second, so just take your breath, feel the opening in your hips. Exhale. Looking down at your mat, pick up your back heel, bring your right knee down, bring both hands down. Slide that left leg back and more of those chaturanga push-ups. So hands are below your shoulders, dropping your hips. Inhale. Exhale. 3, up, 2, up, 1, up, knees wide, hips back, arms extended. Take one deep breath here. Exhale, feel that release. And then inhale, come back on up. And we're going to take our right leg forward. So you can either step it up, you can help it up, whatever gets you there. Bring your hands on top of that right knee. Tuck your left toes under. Lift your hips up. Bring your left heel down to the mat, opening up to your warrior 2 on the other side. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, sink another inch down. You can do it. Let those feet come apart just so you have that real opening in your hips. And here we go. Exhale your breath. Inhale, lean forward. Flip that palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Feeling the stretch from your hips to your fingertips. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Exhale, side angle. So let your elbow rest on that knee. Circle your left arm down and then pull it open, really stretching across your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, push yourself back up to warrior 2. Straighten out both legs. Heel toe in that back foot just a little bit. Reverse triangle. So leaning back into triangle pose. So arms are straight. Bump your hips back. Lean forward. And when you can't lean anymore, relax your arms down on your shin, the floor, block, whatever works for you. But I want you to really feel that opening in your inner thigh and across your outer hip. Take one more breath in here. Exhale. And now we're going to push ourselves back up to standing. So push yourself back up to standing. And turn to face the middle one more time. Now inhale, 5-pointed star. Heels are in, toes are out. Exhale, prayer squat. Inhale, 5-pointed star to prayer squat. 2 more. Holding this prayer squat, I want you to take a minute and lift your right heel up and pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Opposite foot up. Pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Both heels down. Rise up to 5-pointed star. And now we're going to go to wide angle forward fold. So turn your toes so that your heels disappear behind your toes now. Inhale here. And exhale. You're going to come down halfway. So imagine there's a wall behind you and you can't push your tush through it. So you're really leaning into those toes, stopping halfway. We're going to do 6 pulses here, squeezing those back muscles again. So squeeze your arms up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your arms come all the way down to your block. Relax here for a minute and just slightly sway from side to side. So again, we're just opening up those inner thighs, still working on those legs. You can take this a little deeper and really squat back, getting into those glutes. And then in your midline, relax your right hand on that mat, keeping your hips parallel to the floor. Inhale and lift that left arm up to the sky. And then exhale, bring that down, release and switch. Inhale up to the sky. exhale, bring that down. Bring your hands to your knees, sitting your hips back. You can let your toes point back out to the side again. Your thumbs are on the inside, your fingers are on the outside, and just relax here. Let your hips sink. You are holding yourself up by your arms right now, and they're locked out. Inhale here, and then exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, back towards the middle. Exhale, down to your right. Inhale, back towards the middle. And slowly push yourself up to standing, heel-toeing your feet together. And we're going to come back down to the mat just for a couple of cool-down poses. So, down on your mat, I want you to take your right foot in and extend your left leg long. Flexing your left toes up towards the ceiling. Inhale your arms around and up. And then we're just going to sway. So sway to your right. And inhale up, sway to your left. And this time when you sway down to your right, let your hand plant by that knee. Push your hips up to the sky for one full stretch. And then exhale, bring your hips down. Inhale your arms up. Twist over your straightened leg, but bring baby off to the side and just lean forward a little bit, relaxing your arms down, letting your head rest. So it's a good stretch for those muscles right along your vertebrae. And then inhale up, switch. So left leg in, right leg out, right toes are flexed. Inhale your arms around and up. And exhale, lean to your left. Inhale up, lean to your right. Inhale up, down to your left. Plant that hand, lift your hips. One full body stretch, pushing baby forward, stretching those round ligaments. And then exhale, hips down. Inhale your arms up, twist to that straight leg. Lean down, relaxing your hands wherever it feels comfortable, but letting your head hang. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and come forward. Bring the heels of your feet to meet, butterfly pose here. So grabbing your ankles, your toes, your shins, whatever is accessible to you. Flap those wings just a little bit to release your legs a little bit more. And then inhale, lift your chest through, squeezing your back. Seated cat and cow. Exhale, roll your upper back back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. And then coming to a neutral spine. We're going to come and lay down on your mat, rolling yourself down, down, down. So pulling your feet as close to your hips, your glutes as possible, relaxing your arms down by your side. Lifting your toes, I don't want you pulling down through your toes, but push down through your heels, engage your back body, and squeeze your hips up to the sky, pushing baby up. And then exhale, roll it back down. One more, just like that. Inhale, push it back up. Exhale, roll it down. Bring your knees up one at a time, taking your peace fingers and grabbing your toes. Little happy baby here, just to relax and to keep your hips opening. If it feels good and you've got more flexibility in your legs, you can try to extend one leg at a time, just feeling how that feels on your inner thighs. And then slowly bring your feet down to the mat. Extend your legs long. Let your heels come together. Let your toes fall apart. And lay in your Shavasana. You probably want to lay on your side if you're pregnant. It does not matter which side you use, but if you do have a block, you can still place that between your knees. Relax your arm down, your head down on your arm. And just take a couple moments to center and to breathe those deep breaths again. And just to connect and be one with your baby. You can stay here as long as you'd like. If there's any poses you want to go back and do, you can stop the video when we're doing them and just do a couple extra sets if you'd like to. But just make sure that you do find that time to stretch, to calm, to feel relaxed. And I want to encourage you to lay there as long as you can. And feel that calmness, hear your breath, and let your anxiety and your stress just melt away. And know that you are perfectly suited for carrying this baby, for nurturing this baby. And just to relax. And you can do this, Mom. Thank you for doing your yoga with me this morning. Just going forth. Let there be peace and love in your thoughts, peace and love in your words, and peace and love in your heart. From my heart to yours and to your babies. Namaste.